Kapag usapang Gilas Pilipinas at napunta sa topic ng roster construction, ang laging butas na gustong i-fill ng Gilas fans ay yung shooting department. Well, may point sila kasi sa 2023 FIBA World Cup, 7.8 threes a game lang ang nagawa ng Gilas. That's only 29.8%. Only good for 26 out of 32 total teams. Grabe. Nasa dulo halos talaga. Partida, may Jordan Clarkson pa yan. Ngayon, kaya kapag naglilista ng mga roster ang fans, laging shooting ang hanap. At dito napapasok yung isa pang Jordan, na si Heading. Yung 12-man roster ng Gilas Pilipinas is more than fine. Pero hindi naman masama magkaroon ng extra. Kaya sa series na to, titignan natin yung mga possible candidates if ever we push it to 15. Sa episode na to, pag-uusapan natin ang sharpshooting combo guard na si Jordan Heading. Jordan Heading ay isang 6'2 guard who previously played for Alab Pilipinas and Taichung Suns and is currently playing for West Adelaide Bearcats. Part rin siya ng Gilas team nung pandemic na paboritong-paborito ng lahat ng fans. Sa lahat ng games niya sa Gilas Seniors, that's 6 total games. Nag-average siya ng 10.2 points, 1.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. And shot 43.7% from 3. And that's his specialty. Maraming Gilas fans gusto lagi isali si Heading sa final lineup kasi siya lang yung talagang surefire available shooter na talagang proven and tested even sa OQT against Serbia and other teams. And speaking of specialty, sa same sample size ng games na yon, 71.1% ng field goals attempted ni Heading ay 3-point attempts. So nung nasa Gilas siya, role niya talaga was to space the floor and shoot threes. Kaya ngayon titignan natin yung pros and cons of potentially having him sa Gilas team or even as a reserve. We'll also look at his film sa recent stint niya sa West Adelaide Bearcats. Unang pros of having him sa team ay yung shooting niya. So sa Pilipinas, yung definition ng shooter medyo malabo. We often equate it to volume rather than ability. Tapos pag tinitignan natin yung percentages, hindi rin sobrang accurate dahil sa maiiksing conferences ng mga pro leagues dito sa atin. Pero si Jordan Heading kasi totoo yung shooting niya. For many years, he's consistently an above 35% shooter. Tume 36, minsan pumo 43, pero lagi siyang above 35%, which is a good thing. Okay, makikita natin dito there's going to be a ball screen between Belangel and Kai Sotto. Makikita natin yung depensa ng Serbia, naglo-load up sila sa ball screen action ng Gilas Pilipinas while also having someone drop way down here. So, ang nangyari dito is that nag-help off yung tao ni Heading one pass away para i-prevent or i-defend yung ball screen action sa top of the key. So kung makikita natin dito, gumamit ng hesitation dribble si Belangel to freeze the defender for a little bit. Sabay pasa kay Heading, one pass away. So ngayon, dahil long closeout yung number 12, ngayon si Heading, meron siyang opportunity to either shoot an open 3-point shot or drive here against the bigger defender tapos magro-roll si Kai Sotto rito. 2 Gilas players versus 1 defender ng Serbia while also having Baltasar here for the extra pass just in case na mag-help tong tao na to. Pero since ang role naman ni Heading is to space the floor, of course, tinira niya for the 3. Pasok. So ngayon, now, against a different opponent, same action, okay? High ball screen, Kai Sotto, and SJ Belangel. So ngayon, instead na nandito yung drop defense, medyo mataas. Nasa may free throw line. And kung makikita natin, after ng ball screen ni Kai Sotto, naipit sa screen yung bantay ni Belangel. Nag-go over. So ngayon, kailangan ni number 30 na magpakita ng konti rito just to make Belangel uncomfortable and force Belangel to make the extra pocket pass here to Kai Sotto na medyo mas mahirap for Belangel instead of shooting a pull-up 3-pointer. So ngayon, ang trabaho ng depensa dito since nagpakita yung number 30, yung big man, of course, as a help defender, ang trabaho mo rito is to tag the roller. Let's say magro-roll dito si Kai Sotto. Ang trabaho nito, itong nasa wing, is to tag the roller and wait or give his teammate number 30 time para makarecover pabalik kay Kai Sotto and number 5 pabalik kay Belangel. So kumbaga, ini-stunt lang nitong tao na to yung magro-roll to the basket para mabigyan ng oras yung teammates niya na makarecover sa tao nila. Pero since si Jordan Heading yung nandito sa corner and alam niya na magtatag yung tao niya rito sa paint, magsa-stunt, ginawa dito ni Jordan Heading, kung makikita nyo, nag-glide siya papunta sa wing. Bakit ginagawa yon? Kasi pag nagtag tong tao na to, mas malapit yung distance niya papunta sa corner. So kung si Heading nagstay dito, mas malapit yung close out nitong tao sa wing, yung defender ni Heading. Compared kapag si Heading nag-slide papunta rito sa wing, mas malayo yung close out na gagawin niya. Kung makikita natin dito, long close out, open si Heading, tinira niya for 3. Pero kung hindi man siya open dito kasi aggressive close out, meron ngayon siyang chance to drive here, force this guy to help, and meron siyang drop off kay Kai Sotto. So yun yung nagagawa ng shooting, ng spacing. Ang basketball kasi, kailangan mo lang naman makapag-generate ng dalawang defenders versus isang tao. Kailangan mo lang makapag-generate ng advantages. And having a shooter sa weak side or sa strong side even, doon ka nakakapag-create ng gaps and advantages para makakuha ka ng opportunities to score. As we can see here, since shooter siya, that's his shot. Pangalawang pros, hindi kasi siya yung player na sasaktan ka actively. And what do I mean by that? Si Heading kasi, since combo guard siya, if you play him at the 2, plug and play siya. He's playing a spot role. Whether maraming touches or wala, just having him there, malaking tulong na. And isama pa na sa sample size natin kanina, yung 6 games, 71.1% ng shot attempts niya were 3-pointers. And alam niyo anong maganda sa triangle offense? Hindi naman talaga required maging ball dominant ang mga gwardya sa triangle kasi there's barely pick and roll option sa triangle. Mostly, kapag 2 guard front, pass to the wing, mag-fill na ng corner yan. And pag ni-reverse mo sa pinch post, magdadaan sa rebound screen ka to be a spacer or to be a threat sa weak side to pull in defenders and tanggalin yung help from the inside. For his defense naman, it's not bad. Hindi siya traffic cone. And again, kagaya ng sabi ko sa video about Arvin Tolentino, kapag role player ka sa team and you're a specialist, okay lang maging one-dimensional kasi you're providing a specific thing at a high level already. Pag tinignan nyo yung mga championship teams sa NBA, laging merong isang specialist or laging meron silang mga role players na one-dimensional, and that's fine. Meron silang mga defensive players na sobrang galing dumepensa pero non-existent yung offensive game. And meron din naman sila mga shooters na walang depensa, and that's fine. If kung hindi naman ikaw yung main guy or hindi ikaw yung, kumbaga yung Justin Brownlee or Benny Boatwright potentially sa team, okay lang kahit one-dimensional ka kasi yung trabaho mo is to excel at a single thing, and that's fine. If meron kang weakness defensively, and si Jordan Heading hindi naman niya talaga weakness in defense eh. Okay lang siya is average, okay lang kahit iwan mo siya doon. Another potential concern would be his size. Standing at 6'2", which is undersized for a combo guard nowadays, hindi kasi talaga siya point guard eh. Kahit ano pang ipaglaban ng mga tao sa Facebook or sa internet, hindi binabase ang posisyon sa height. If ikaw yung pinakamaliit, hindi automatic point guard ka. You define position based sa skill and not height. Hindi porque pinakamatangkad center. Pero depende pa rin sa opensa. Depende sa tinatakbo ng opensa. Kasi pwede si Jason Tatum, power forward kuno. 'Di ba? 4. Pero 4 ba nilalaro sa court? Hindi rin naman. Para siyang wing. So for Jordan Heading, even though maliit siya, 6'2", pag nagtabi sila kunyari ni, let's say, Chris Newsome na 6'4" or 6'3", mas malaki si Newsome. Pero technically, si Newsome yung point guard. Si Heading is better playing off a dominant guard kasi nga shooter siya eh. Hindi niya makukuha yung looks niya from the outside kapag hawak niya yung bola. Is better off being off ball. Pero kapag dos kasi siya, you're giving up 2 to 3 inches against your opponents. Kung makikita natin dito, mag-isolate ang Lebanon versus Jordan Heading. So, ginawa ni Heading yung best niya para makadepensa, pero yun talaga yung limitations niya eh. Hindi siya matangkad ng sobre. Like, slightly below average siya as a 2 guard. So, kumbaga, kahit anong depensa ang gawin niya, may mga pagkakataon talaga na may iskoran siya. Offensively naman, kung makikita natin dito, again, high ball screen, Soto, RJ Abariento. So, off-ball, si Heading. Hindi siya yung may hawak ng bola. Kung si Heading yung may hawak nito, ang kailangan niyang i-attempt dito, moving shot, moving 3-pointer, pull-up, or moving mid-range. Or siya yung magpe-playmake to Kai Sotto or sa tao sa corner. Pero since si Heading yung nasa corner, alam naman natin na kapag nag-roll, si Sotto, itatag to, i-stunt ng help defense. So ngayon, may skip pass ka papunta sa shooter kay Heading. So kung si Heading yung may hawak ng bola, si Heading yung papasa rito. Ang talagang tira niya rito is pull up 3 points. So since off-ball si Heading, specialty niya tumira ng 3 points, mas madali yung looks na nakukuha niya. And mas na-maximize mo yung skill niya. So you can see here, one hand skip pass from RJ Abarientos, open 3 for Heading. Dito naman, Spain pick and roll. So, ano ibig sabihin ng Spain pick and roll? There's going to be a ball screen, Kwame, Belangel. And then ang gagawin ni Heading dito, i-screenan niya yung tao ni Kwame na si Ratliff. Pero ang ginawa ng Gilas Pilipinas dito after ng pick ni Kwame, finake ni Kwame yung pick. Downscreen pala talaga yon for Jordan heading para ma-open sa 3 points. So that's a nice iteration of the Spain pick and roll para ma-counter. Kasi kung makikita natin yung number 11, yung tao ni Heading, inaabangan niya si Heading na mag-set ng back pick. Pero never naman nag-set si Heading ng back pick. So ngayon, yung tao ni Heading, andito sa paint, nag-aabang ng Kwame na magro-roll, na malilibre sa back pick. Pero there was never a back pick. Kaya na-open si Heading for 3. And tignan nyo rito sa film na to, sa 45-point game niya, sa West Adelaide Bearcats. Karamihan ng points niya nanggagaling off-ball. And kung kukunin mo siya para sa shooting niya, it would be better if gagamitin mo siya that way.